The Weekly starts now.
Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of The Weekly. This is your source every Thursday for the latest trends and innovations we're seeing in the marketplace. So today's Valentine's Day, and my goodness, we spend a lot of time with our loved ones, so it's probably a good time to check in, make sure everything's okay. At my house, we're all good. Thank goodness. And the days are getting longer. It's so exciting. In 30 days, we're going to move the clocks forward. We're going to have longer and longer days. It's going to be warmer. There's going to be more people vaccinated. It's nothing but good stuff ahead. So today's show, our sponsor is Zip Systems Building Enclosures. And they offer a full range of integrated sheathing and flashing materials. These materials help you reimagine air, water, and thermal management in both the roof and wall assemblies. You can check out all their information at zipsystems.com, where there's also a ton of installation videos and tips. It's worth checking out. So COVID has changed everything. How we live, how we work, how we relax, and how we communicate. Not only at work, but also at home. So we went to our thought leaders for Pro Remodeler. And we asked them, hey, we're seeing all these changes. Tell us what opportunities you see these changes are bringing to our market. The answers, some pretty interesting stuff.
So I think one of the principles of our business is, and again, it's the risk of any company trying to grow, is that when a company grows, right, all of a sudden now you need to have more systems in place, right? And then you have to have more people to manage those systems. Then you have to have more processes and on and on and on. And you start to get layers in your business, and your org chart starts to get really, really steep. What happens, the steeper your org chart gets, two things happen. The first thing is the further the owner or the managers are away from the customer. And the further you are away from the customer, the more out of touch you are with ways to innovate. Innovation happens when you're close to the customer. The other thing that often happens is, we tend to train frontline people really well, whether they're the builders or the salespeople or the marketers, and they're all scripted and all that. But who gets denied is that frontline manager. And you think about the same passion and enthusiasm you have for training the frontline people, and apply that to what are really the right behaviors of a manager, and how do I teach that and hold accountable to that and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's kind of I think those are really the two big things that are both a risk but also an opportunity.
So there's something else we've been hearing a lot about in the marketplace, and that is privacy. So we went to go talk to our good friends at the New Home Trends Institute. They were our partner on Professional Builder Show Village. There's the address for that. That's a very cool, immersive experience. But the conversation today is what's different with privacy? Density drives a lot of those problems, but so do open plans. When you just want to get away from everybody and you have an open plan, where do you go?
I've had so many conversations with people that move into new homes, and I've never heard somebody say there's been no issue with how open their floor plan is. There's always been some sort of, it's just, there's nowhere to hide my stuff, or my old house had a little bit more separation, and now my furniture doesn't match because all of a sudden it's all just in this one giant room. So we thought there's got to be something here, and we wanted to look into it. And we asked, between having privacy and space to hide mess, and between having that openness and airiness, where do you fall on that scale of what you want? And it does lean more towards the open side, the airy side, but it's not all the way to the extreme, which is where we feel like we've swung as an industry. It's a little bit more balanced.
So that privacy question, that's a real thing. And designing in those alternative gathering areas, makes so much sense. So thank you for joining us today. Big shout out to our sponsor, Zip System Building Enclosures. And they have all the tools and materials you need for great wall and roof assemblies. And we know COVID is putting a premium on better built homes and high performance homes. And Zip does just that. So check them out at zipsystems.com. If you'd like to watch any of our past episodes, they're on YouTube TV and on Horizon TV. There's the address. And if you'd like to see anything on the show, please reach out to me. Here's my email address. So have a wonderful week. Stay safe. We're making headway. Yeah. And we will see you next Thursday. Thanks.